Hello, how's it going, people of YouTube? Welcome back. It's been a while since I've sat in this log. Old Faithful. That's where I bumped into the tractor, just going round this corner here, and it goes round and down that way. Oh, what a day, man! Absolutely. You know, you live for days like this. Birds, the bees. Very little breeze. There's a hint of a wind, but there's not much. Ships out in the bay. A little bit of wind rippling in the. You can see that obviously it's the sea, so it's never going to be a flat calm probably. Just beautiful. Not a lot. Plane. There's a plane there doing bumps and suckers. There's a plane actually just up here as well. Don't know what that's doing. A little bit of haze in the distance. Like there's almost like over towards up to Stevenson, Largs, Ardrossan, Saltcoats, Irvine, Troon. You can see there's just that little bit of dirty haze. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, you give money for days like these. So basically I'm just out on the bike. I was meant to go out yesterday actually. I was off. Well, the way my days off are kind of funny. Sun's actually a little bit maybe too glary here. My days off are kind of weird because I basically do almost like a night shift stroke early shift. It's like in between the two. It's almost like a hybrid night shift. But I've been finishing at 8 o'clock the last few weeks. Just with people being off and stuff. So I've been working a little bit extra. But I'm usually finishing, I sometimes finish earlier than that, but God, my bike started to move there. But basically I've just been finishing at 8 o'clock, so I kind of get, by the time I get home, I go through this phase where I'm okay, I have my breakfast, maybe a can of juice, whatever. Fun enough, sometimes it's an energy juice, and I end up sleeping at about 10ish, half 10. And sometimes I sleep to midday. Ideally I'd like to stay up, but the problem with that is I just get really, really tired. So I could have the option of getting into my work yesterday, but I chose not to, purely because I'd kind of committed to like a day off. I didn't really do much. We went into the town, we wasted a lot of time, to be honest. And I was planning to get my bike later at night, but I kind of was sitting listening to some music, playing my PlayStation, and I just didn't go out. So I'm out today. Probably going to do, I want to try and get like 10 miles minimum. So I'm probably just going to do this loop. Whether the cycle path, they're actually building just down here. They're building a bridge that's going to go under the road. But it's been in construction for the last, I don't know. I mean, the last time I was out last year, I think they were just starting to get it. I think they've got quite a lot of the groundwork done. And I think they're going to build a tunnel. I don't know if they're going to build under. They're probably going to have to go under because there's not that much height from like the base to the road. So they're probably going to have to go under and up. But I think there's stone chips, which I'm a little bit wary about getting over my bike, especially with carbon rims. You don't want to sink down into the chips and get the carbon all chipped. So I may just come back, whether I come back this way or double back or something, I don't know. But I kind of want to get like the double digits today. But massive improvements. I mean, basically the improvements on these, my knees, is absolutely huge. Well, this bike's, well, it starts caressing me. The difference in my knees have, I think I've probably said this before in previous vlogs, but as I say, Project 50's to get into my 50th year of living in this gorgeous planet, fairly fit and fairly kind of robust. Because the way it was going, I just wasn't really getting out my bike. But I actually suffered quite a lot with my legs, especially. My legs were really sore. Like, my knees have always been a little bit like iffy. I've never had great knees, even when I was young. But I found that cycling's absolutely fantastic for getting the muscle structure around your knee. There's a name for the muscle and I don't know what it is. But your knee, when you cycle, you really do get that kind of built up and meaty. And the difference I've had, just even, I think I've been out four rides really in the last 2 weeks, which isn't a lot. I've covered about 30 miles. But the difference in just that, like four rides, is absolutely huge. Like even just coming up that hill climb there. First time I did it, I was absolutely knackered. I made it up in one go, but my heart rate was like the 170s, 174 I think, which is getting close to my critical limit. But like there I was only at 168, so I had plenty of room in the tank. I could actually have pushed it, but I kept it in the sissy gear, which is the Roglic gear. Oh, by the way, in fact, I'll pause it here. So welcome back. I'm about to segue into the Giro d'Italia, but I thought I'll stop the video that way. It splits it up because I tend to waffle on too much. So yeah, the Giro d'Italia was amazing. I felt sorry for Geraint Thomas. I mean, to be fair, I think he did actually pretty good for that TT. It was a difficult TT. That hill climb was absolutely brutal. Roglic went for that bike change and he went on to his big dinner saucepan gear ratio bike, which meant he could spin up easy. But he knew what he had to do. He had to really excel. And I think if he took Roglic out of the equation, Thomas, I think he finished second, did he? Or was it third in the TT? He was 40 seconds behind Roglic. But he did well. I mean, I think he knew it was going to be tough. It was never going to be easy, but I felt sorry for him. But it was a great Giro. So the next one coming up is the Tour de France, which I probably will watch. I really enjoy bike racing. It's one of those things. It's nice just to sit down and watch it. It's not so much like watching every pedal stroke, but I'll sometimes play a game in my PlayStation or do something, and I'll just listen to it mostly. But yeah, I could sit here all day, man. It's just like you're not that far away from. I mean, there's just like, I don't know, a mile and a half away or something, or whatever it is. It's not that far away, and it's just like I can hear people down the shore. It's just beautiful. But this wee bit, I've sat here quite a few times. But I think whenever I pass away, because I think I'll get cremated, and I think I want my ashes spread here. Obviously they'll need to get the wind right. The wind's probably going to be coming this way though, like from the shore, so it could be kind of, I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah, I think just here would be nice, peaceful. It's perfect actually. I mean, it's kind of one of the great things about cycling. Like a lot of people, like the relationship between cyclists and motorists is never really that great, to be honest. And it's one of the reasons why I just don't really like cycling on roads as much, which is why this loop's perfect, because it I'd probably actually say a good percentage of it's on closed paths. Downside to that is you can't really do like a lot of, like, your average per hour isn't good, because you're kind of weaving in and out of pedestrians, especially on a day like today. There's a lot of dog walkers and walkers out in general, so you've got to be a little bit more kind of careful of that. But it's just nice to come at this path. I say it's about a 10-mile loop all in, which is a pretty decent go. I mean, you could double up and just do like loops for most of the day if you wanted to get like a certain amount of mileage. I mean, we've cycled, me and my brothers, I used to cycle up to Irvine. There's a route up there that's quite good. In fact, Irvine is, I think that's Irvine just up there. I mean, I'm pointing, obviously you can't see it because the camera's facing this way, but Irvine's just up there. And then Ardross and Saltcoats is away up there. You can't really see it as much with the coast. It's kind of, in fact, Ardrossan's just up there. That's Irvine. and there's Troon, and you've got a wee bit between. There's the paper mills just in the middle between Ivern and Troon. But it's a good little ride up, and it's all like it's part of the cycle route. I think it actually goes from like North England. Is it just up? Is it up by Newcastle? It comes all the way up the south of Scotland, up through the west coast of Scotland, all the way up to. I think it stops. It just go to Loch Lomond, I think. So it's quite a good route. But it is a pedestrian dash cyclist route. I could sit here all day actually. So I'm working. Well, I say I'm working tonight. Technically it's tomorrow, but I class it's tonight. I'll go to my bed at 5. So what time are we at? I think we're 12:20. Still early days. So I'm going to do this loop. Probably head back in. Probably head for the pier. Cycle out there and probably head home after that. So honestly, I could just sit here all day. So good. Anyway, I've waffled on enough. Catch you later.